Now we're going to look at the second variety of the special right triangle, which is the 30, 60, 90. This one's a little bit trickier only because there are three different side lengths. Whereas in the 45, 45, 90, the legs were the same. So you could really just find two. Here, the 30, 60, 90, something to key into is that the short leg is the basis for this whole triangle, okay? When you know the short leg, you can find the other two sides pretty easily. To find the hypotenuse, you simply multiply the short leg by 2. So 2 times whatever that is gets you your hypotenuse. When you have your short leg, to find the long leg, and by the way, the short leg is opposite of the smallest angle. 30 degrees always points to the shortest leg. 60 degrees would point to the longer leg, which is in this case the short leg times the square root of 3. Okay, let's see a couple examples and practice. So in this first one, I'm given this short leg, which I said again is kind of the basis of this whole triangle. So to find the hypotenuse, it's simply twice as big. So 9 times 2 gives me y equals 18. Done. Again, the short leg can also tell me the long leg, but not times 2 this time. This time it's times the square root of 3, which 9 times the square root of 3 is simply 9 root 3. Again, that coefficient and radicand don't combine. You just write them together like that. Okay, pretty straightforward on the first one. Second one is a little bit of the basis of what a 30, 60, 90 right triangle is. So this larger triangle that encompasses 2 is an equilateral triangle. And I know that because the two sides here are 4 and the base is also 4. So that means all sides are the same and all angles must be the same, which would mean this angle's 60 degrees, as well as this one. The one up top was also 60 degrees, but I just chopped it in half, which means it's 30 and 30. So what you want to focus in on is not the whole triangle, but just the triangle on the right side, for example. I see this is my hypotenuse of 4 and my short leg is 2. So right away that follows the pattern of the 30, 60, 90, that the hypotenuse is twice as big as the short leg. Now to find the long leg, all you do is take the short leg and multiply by the square root of 3, just like I did over here. So the short leg is 2, therefore h is 2 times the square root of 3, or 2 root 3. Cool. All right, next one down here. So now I've got this triangle oriented a little differently, but you just have to look at what's given. Okay, the given piece here is the side opposite my 60-degree angle, which is the long leg. Now to find the short leg from the long leg, think about how you would get from 9 root 3 to 9. What you're doing is you're dividing by the square root of 3, or you're just getting rid of that square root of 3, which will cancel out. And in this case, it will give me x as just 3. Oops. Great. Got the short leg. Now to find the hypotenuse, remember, look at our first example. When I found the hypotenuse, I just doubled my short leg. Now that I know my short leg, I can just double it. 3 times 2, and that'll get me 6. Awesome. 3 and 6. Final answer. Okay, last one. As always, got to have a little trick in there. So identify the sides is your key. I see 30 degrees, so y is my short leg, x is my long leg, and 12 root 3 is my hypotenuse. So think about how we went from the hypotenuse to the short leg here, how we could do that. So to get from 18 to 9, you just divide it by 2. That's the same thing we want to do here. This triangle is just rotated a little bit, right? So to find my short leg, I take 12 root 3, which is the hypotenuse, and divide by 2. Now remember, things inside radicals can combine, and coefficients can combine, but they don't combine between each other. What I mean is the 2 and the 3 here don't mess with each other. Only the 12 and the 2 can simplify. So because 2 goes in 12 6 times, that simplifies to 6 root 3, and that is y. Okay. Now to find the long leg. Again, think back to this basic example. You took the short leg, we took the short leg, multiplied it by root 3 to get the long leg. The short leg here is 6 root 3. So to find the long leg, I take that short leg and times it by square root of 3. So 6 root 3 times root 3. Might look similar to our previous video. When you multiply those together, 6 root 3 times root 3, the root 3 is multiplied to get root 9. Square root of 9 is 3. And hey, 6 times 3 is 18. That's how you use the 30, 60, 90 right triangle to solve for missing side length.